What's up, people? So, someone asked me a couple of days ago, they said, "How you doing?" And I said, honestly, I'm tired. The world is exhausting right now. And the realization I keep telling myself is that I can only control myself, my mindset, and the actions I take. I cannot control those things and other people. I can only offer truth and influence through knowledge, through training, and through experience. That's all I can do. So let's dive into today's thoughts. Who are you is the question. Can people change? Like really change? Is the person that you were last week the same as today? How about 6 months ago? What about a year ago? What about 5 years ago? How about more? Can you change? I often find myself as a character in my own biographical narrative, it seems, and I feel surreal sometimes. 20 years ago, I was a very different person. I really didn't have any life experience. And like most kids these days, I probably thought I knew more than I actually did. The 10 years after that, so 10 years back, was quite a decade. I apparently accidentally signed up for the fast track to life experience. Life, death, violence, pain, suffering, joy, sadness, and most of that in ways that many will never really understand. So can you change? Unequivocally, yes. To live life will change us. The more intense the living, the more change will happen. Some of us got more change than we ever really wanted. Sometimes the change can be good, sometimes not so much. This actually gives me hope, though, in the world today. The fact that we can change gives me hope because it's pretty scary if people can't change. We change through knowledge and through experience. The application of the knowledge and experience into real change is where we begin to see wisdom. And wisdom comes from that. We then move forward and we change, and we move forward and we change. And here's the good news. No change has to be permanent. We can change again and again and again. As long as we grow in wisdom and understanding, we can continue to change and continue to progress and get better and move forward. Often with good change, we don't really notice the need to continue changing. But when the change causes us pain, physical or emotional, we often realize that something is off and we need to move. The difficulty is often how to change in those moments because the critical thinking required under those physical and emotional stressful moments is a skill that must be honed. Good, solid, positive change is only afforded to us through intentional and deliberate critical thinking during life's difficulties, making decisions in those difficult moments, and accepting personal responsibility for the decisions we make. Then we make appropriate adjustments, learning, and moving forward. The challenge for you today is this: how will you be intentional and deliberate in how you think? Don't be a sheeple. Don't be people who just digest another piece of clickbait from the media that pushes the narrative forward. Don't be the young person who puts up another person's name with a hashtag because somebody told you to do so. Don't choose a side on the latest social justice bullshit just because it's the cool thing to do. Seek the freaking truth, y'all. Seek the truth. They weren't just walking home, kids. They weren't just taking a nap in the Wendy's drive-thru, folks. They weren't. They weren't just hanging out with their boyfriend in their house. Take the blinders off and start actually studying and critically thinking through these scenarios. These scenarios that are being used to further a political agenda. You are being used. You're being used through your lack of experience, your lack of knowledge and wisdom. Guys, I love you guys and your social connectivity. Don't be used. Don't let your emotions be used against you. Your emotions can change with the weather. Seek the truth. Hate evil, love people, and take a stand for and against those things where you are able to do so through facts, truth, and circumstances and statistics. Okay? Use those moments to educate yourself. If you don't know the truth of a scenario, or you don't know if this was handled appropriately by law enforcement or by any authority figure, then ask someone. Don't just believe it because somebody on social media told you to. Don't believe something that I told you to. Seek the truth. Was it done according to law? Was it done according to policy? Was there just a mix-up that changed something? Was there one fact or one piece of information that changes the entire scenario? Seek truth. Until next time.